Primary systems online. Reactor status nominal. Destination reached. Orbital hold engaged.
Captain's log. It's been a while since I logged anything formal, but after everything that's happened here, I figured it was time to put some thoughts down. When I first arrived in this system, I thought maybe, just maybe, there was still a chance to salvage this mission. Patch up the ship, scan the planets, look for potential outposts, do what I was trained for. But let's face it, this system isn't an untouched frontier. It's active, it's inhabited, and it's hostile. I already had more than a few skirmishes just trying to stay alive, and I barely scratched the surface. Colonization? That's off the table. Priority 1 now is simple. Get out. I need to find a way back to Earth, even if it means chasing scraps, rumors, or buried tech that might not even exist. One thing is certain, the Bounty Bee cannot make that kind of jump. Hell, she can barely keep stable in orbit around this planet. She's reliable, she's outfitted, but she's way too heavy to risk dropping into unknown gravity. So she stays put, along with everything on board. I'm going down in a rover. Small frame, basic systems, parachute drop. I don't know what I'll find, if anything. Could be an abandoned outpost, could be scavengers, could be nothing but dust and ruins. But if there's even the slightest chance of trading for tech, stumbling on a derelict, or digging up something useful, I have to take it. Because I'm not staying here. One way or another, I'm going home. End log. Descent is in progress. Gravity pull is currently at 0.11 and rising. Parachutes are set to auto. Let's hope they fire when they're supposed to. Looks like we're well aligned with the planet. Speed is increasing. Man, that canyon below is making me nervous. Very nervous. It's massive. If I land down there, that's it. Game over. No way that rover gets back out. And without it, I'm done. Everything I need to survive is strapped to this frame. There's a bit of terrain off to the right there, but it doesn't look like I'm drifting that way. If Lady Luck is feeling generous, now would be a great time. I'd really prefer not to start this new chapter at the bottom of a cliff, thank you very much. 0.28, 7,000 meters above the terrain, 104. We should check our parachutes. Parachute hatch is set to auto-deploy at 1,200 meters per least. Bumblebug is the same. I'll deploy on. Alright, we should be good. 5,000 meters. Almost 0.5. We still have some time to go. This feels like a pretty heavy gravity. We are really aiming at that center of that canyon, aren't we? Man, this is not gonna go good. This is really not good. I have a feeling I cannot adjust. I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, good. Here we go. We will be deploying very soon. We're going very quickly, by the way. Seems like I put my parachute placements a bit on the wrong spot. So I'm gonna keep rotating my ship until it keeps like flat. And touchdown. Nice. Phew. Alright. That looked like a deep canyon. I don't think we would have gotten out of this with our rover. Look at the size of this thing. Phew. Alright. Well, no point in thinking about this. We didn't get into it, so we can just go. Sun seems to be coming up that way, so I think that's where we're gonna drive. And let's see if we can find anything. Did I not get anything on my radar? Let me see. We got an unknown signal on the other side of the canyon, so nope. That's not where we're going. I got a parallax shadow there. We are gonna avoid red signs. I got a processing plant 5 kilometers away. Question is, where are you situated compared with the canyon? My God. I have a feeling I won't be able to reach that without building a bridge. Already. Seriously? Okay, this looks like the narrowest point so far. Let me just stop here. I mean, yeah, I don't think we're gonna reach that by driving around. Doesn't look like this canyon is gonna end very soon. So what I might do is just build my bridge from here on over. We can mine this away and use this to even refine some resources. So if I we do have a refinery, or at least a survival kit in here. Production survival kit. We can start making iron. And let's continue. So I noticed something, and I think that is probably the mod that is broken. You can see that I have a whole bunch of blocks that I suddenly cannot build anymore. So I will have to take some time to just drop these in creative, grind them down, and then remove the materials. So I'm back to the regular point. It's because with the updates, they changed some of the locations and names of the files, which means that the mod is a bit confused on where the building blocks are. So I need to relearn them, and I don't want to do this all again. We earned all that learning from the last time. I'm assuming that should be enough now, width. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go for this one here. So we have these massive floor pieces here. I will need some interior plates, of course. If I have them. I do not have any of them. But we should have enough iron to start making them. Alright. Let's begin. We might even be able to reach that unknown signal. I don't think so. I don't know how long we have on time. Alright, so that's one. So I do have a jetpack. I'm gonna use it. There is no point in trying to ignore it. It also would be weird to take away my jetpack powers after the last session. So we're just gonna make ourselves a very simple bridge, to be honest. It would be more challenging, I know, if we would have to do this on foot, but it would be weird to not recognize. Holy moly. I wonder if we could just do this again and an angle. Honestly, we maybe just have angled it to the left would have been better. No? Or can we just drill? You know what? We can't drill through this. I think if we just use the large... Yeah, we should be fine. There we go. Yeah, we think we might manage driving through this now. Might be a little bit of a bumpy ride here. Oh. Oh my god, just drill already. Alright. This might be a bit of a bumpy road. Oh. That should be enough. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this rover is going to fit on that. It might be a tight fit. Let's see. Yeah. No mistakes can be made here. Holy moly, look how deep this is. Now, can we get through that hole? There's one thing I would like to do is a GPS bridge. Just in case I need to return over this. Okay, we're on the other side. I'm just not sure if we're gonna manage to get through the hole that we made. No, alright. Let's clear up some. So that's a bit of a jump. I think we can actually make it. Oops. I think I broke something. Okay, an unknown signal now jumped on the other side. Great. Seemed to be minor, though. I think we can just leave it and go and fix it when we're at outposts. Large steel tubes. I don't know if we have anything. I don't have large steel tubes, but it seems to have stopped smoking. What? That was a little bit of a bump that I didn't expect to be doing that much damage, but okay. Let's go. Let's go and check that processing plant. So I don't have any bullets on my gun. I thought I put some in there, but it seems like I might have forgotten. That's a big ship though. Open tide. If you can see it like that, you know it's a big ship. 2 kilometers. I think they're gonna be just beyond that ridge. Holy moly, that's a big building. Okay. Guess I should keep my ship or my rover out of sight. This is my only survival. And see if we can find a little dip or a mountain we can hide our ship behind. I need to turn my antenna on because otherwise they cannot send me messages. I think normally they should send me messages if I have an antenna on my ship, but anyway. That's a big building. My god. That's a great start if I would be able to capture that. Is that a hydrogen tank underneath there? Okay. I think if I park behind here, we should be safe. There is a, let me see, antenna. We have 3K of range. This is only 840 meters, so we should be safe. The open tide is flying away. Let's see if we get any shots there. Massive turret on top at least. So they might have sent me a message before, but nothing since then. That's a hydrogen tank below there. That would be nice. Okay. No guns firing. We got an interior turret right here. We got a large turret on top. Got an antenna here. We got another small turret there. Doesn't look like we have any turrets on this side. So there's a turret on the far side here. There's a turret on the close side here, and there's a turret on top. There might be turrets inside as well, but we don't know. This is denied. Pipeworks. Sci-fi interior wall. Okay. Once I'm starting grinding, we're activating the defenses. Just have to be careful and make sure there are no turrets. Okay. Oh. Yeah, okay. So it is active. There's a turret inside. That means if I die, these are going to be much harder to get it back into. So we need to be very, very careful. Yeah, he has a better shot at me than I have to him. How do we do this? Can I jump down? Or is that... Thing is, if I jump down, I jump into the unknown. Okay, let's cheese this. No guns here. This looks like we're on an assembler. Uh-huh. Okay. So this might be safe to drop down in. Claim grid. Let's see what we have. We got 3 turrets. We had 2 on the outside. We had a large one on the outside. So the only one on the inside is this one we have here. Man, this is a pretty nice location though. Let's see, how many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it doesn't look like we can reach this position easily because of the container. Nice, we have some more resources here. Oh, some ice, that's not bad. I can't take this broadcast controller out. This is something we're not use anyway. I'm just gonna... Okay, so it was 9, no, or was it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turret should be somewhere above here. Here or here. It's here. You see this little marker here? Yeah, the turret is on there. There you are. Okay, I lost you. So now we should be turret free inside. Just gonna repair this again. Because I'm intending to live here, so... So weirdly enough, it only checks this gun, which has been disconnected from this grid, while there are 3 more guns on this grid, and it doesn't show them. I think that mod hostile takeover is broken as well. Toilet, kitchen, got some coffee here. Oh, blueprint, sound block, media player, jukebox. I think I already have this. And more iron, which I can drop through here. But this will be a good start. I guess Udex is not gonna like me after this. Looks like an airlock, so I'm assuming this is gonna go outside. Let's just hack these doors as well. I'm gonna have to hack everything with computers in, so... Okay, so this is going out here, but I'm not gonna go out because there's guns outside. So let's focus on the other guns first. There was a gun that we could see there, which most likely is going to be behind here. So let's hack. Well, let's just take it away. This pipe works. This broadcast controller can go. There's an opening to the left here. Oh. Defense block. Alright, let's hack you too. There's a lot of... Oh, basic refineries? Holy moly, this is a good spot. Yeah. So, gun is behind there. So that means if I grind you down... and I grind you down, you're gonna fall down. That's just a corridor. Alright. I might just leave it open for the moment. There should be another gun. There, I think. I'm gonna have to take this bookshelf away.
Inventory full.
That's the one, no? Yeah. So we have only one more left, and that's the one on top. The one on top was in the middle of this building. I think it's going to be above the doorway here. Basic refinery here. I think it's here. You see this T? There you are. How? There we go. So we can put this back and then build our own turret on here. And just a conveyor now. I wonder if we should put a... there's an air vent here. Doesn't matter. Also, it doesn't really matter on this planet. There are no real problems with air vents. Because there is oxygen on this planet. Alright. That's that. Then block goes back. And we should now be safe. If I have a panel to look at. Yeah. Control panel. There are no more turrets. There's no warhead. There's no gun. There's no cannon. So this base is ours. Not completely ours yet, but as good as at least safe. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to go around this base now, find all the blocks where there is computers, and just start hacking each and one of them. And that should give the whole base to me. So I'll see you when I'm done with that, because there's a lot of these blocks spread around in the building. Unknown single coming down. We might go and check that out. Is there anything below here? No. This might be a decent sized garage. We might have to do some drilling, but... unless this has been a great find. It's insane. Here. Is this the one I just hacked? I don't know. Let's see. Control panel. Alright. The only thing we have missing is the sound block and the 2 warfare batteries. Perfect. The batteries, we know where they are. We just need some power cells in case we make a mistake. The sound block, I'm not entirely sure where that would be. Ah, there it is. There we go. So the only thing now that we need to do, we need to hack is the 2 batteries. But before we do that, I want to make some power cells just in case my technique fails. So I'm going to put some of that into production. If I find some nickel. I don't know if we have nickel. Doesn't look like it. Oh, we just need motors. I could of course steal them from somewhere, or we just go to that unknown signal and see what it gives us. Get some fuel again. In the meantime, we might even get one of those drops again. They are a little bit random, but you never know. Let's see what we get. A search research based. Hello. Hello. Lava gloves. Okay. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. I got some motors, so we might be able to finish that one. I'm still not done yet, but there we go. This is going to be a challenge to get this to connect, because the connector cannot fit there, but I need some space in the bottom as well. So we might have to do a lot of drilling to get this to work as a garage. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe instead I should just put my rover below here and leave this open for the moment. I think that would save a lot of materials for me. Could I just build a connector? No? So yeah, as you can see, I have not learned this. We'll have to fix that, because I definitely could build this in the last season. I'm just gonna put the other one, because I think the other one works. Yeah. We can put a speed module below here later. Yeah, I'm missing materials. I'm gonna have to find a way to get more materials. We need some motors. Okay. Did I have any more resources in here that I could refine? We are definitely getting low on whatever we have, so I think we're gonna have to go and do some mining soon just to get some resources. Yeah. I should also take those medical components and then build a survival kit in the base so we have a backup. Alright. So we're going to do some changes here that this looks again. I need to bring this conveyor forward so that the rover just fits against it. At least now we can get our stuff out and in. Okay, let me just drop these out. Learn these anyway. There we go. So I think we're gonna have to check for some resources before we can start really working on this. So I need some like iron, nickel, things like that. Let's see if I can find some. I'm gonna make a GPS here. I think the bridge should be green. Or maybe like that. I think important positions should be marked in green. Then we're gonna make new from current position. We're gonna call this base or home. I'm gonna make this green as well. Alright. Let's see if I can find some resources nearby. Iron. Alright, this is where we need to be then. Honestly, not too far away, so I could actually make a mining rig linked to that base. It's pretty deep. Alright guys, I think that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few tours. Is just mine this iron and be back with you in a bit. Yeah, I'm not going to pick up that unknown signal. Doesn't really make any difference now. 40 seconds is going to explode anyway. So I did a few little quick trips with the iron back and forth. What I also did in the meantime is just make sure that those what you call them, blueprints are back in my lists, at least the ones I remember. Some of them I wasn't entirely sure, so I didn't take them. Like the artillery turret. I don't think I had a artillery turret or gun yet on my blueprints. Let's see. Refineries are working. I guess we should probably think about making a large container. And honestly, maybe putting the large container in here would not be a bad idea. If we have the materials for it. Because now I'm just thinking, do we have enough cobalt? Do we have enough metal grids? We have 15 metal grids. I think we might actually be able to do this. Let's see. 8. How many do we need for a large container? 24. Okay. Let me just check something. That's the only metal grids we have. How much cobalt do we have? We have no cobalt. Right, we need to find some cobalt so I can make a large car container. We now have, let me see how much iron do we have. Not that bad. I think we're low on nickel, but iron we should be fine for the moment. So nickel and cobalt are the ones we're looking for. I'm seeing some patches there. This is iron. This is iron. So we definitely have iron around our base. Seeing another patch there. There we go. Cobalt. Perfect. It's not too far from the base. Alright, let's make a GPS. I'm going to use the same tag here. Planetary deposits. I'm going to copy, make new from current position, paste this in, and then cobalt. And let's give this a bit of a yellowish. Now, cobalt is always nice because you don't need that much to get a whole bunch of it going, so... Okay. Alright, that should be enough. Get this thing started. Taking all the cobalt and then dropping it into the refineries, and that should allow us to make some metal grids, and then in return also make our large grids or large container. Well, while you're doing some refining of cobalt, we have 15. That means I need at least 9 of those, so let's make 10. So that should allow us to build this large car container here with then a connector so we can connect our base to this. While we're here, I maybe should think about fixing this rover up. If I'm correct, I think I might actually have a projector on this tool. Just check. Yeah, there you are. Let's turn you on, and that should allow me to fix the blocks that were missing. Let's get you back into shape. I think we can remove these blocks as well now. I might actually change this to a rotor instead, because I'm thinking we will need a trailer or something in the future. Now, let's turn this projector off again. So one small merge block missing. Okay, good. Advanced one. Can I do an advanced one? Yeah. Now, the reason why I cannot place that is why. Is it because there's something below here that blocks me from doing that? Let me just check. I don't see anything. There you are.
Inventory full.
Oh. Isn't this great? All right. I'm going to put the speed module here. I'm going to remove you first. I'm going to start with the speed module. And then find you away. Okay, so we have at least a little bit more speed on this, and then we should be able to put that container down there now. There we go. Let's take away this block here and take away these lights, because I'm gonna put a speed module in this corner as well. And I think we can remove this, because this is pretty pointless having them, as it's never gonna be seen. So I'm just gonna put a speed module against that, and then we have 2 speed modules at least on this assembler. Alright, now we got a large container. I think we can put these blocks back, which were the half blocks. So that was 2. I think you were red and white, if I'm correct. Do I see any lines I could follow from this? I don't think so, no. Alright, so let's just close this off. Some materials. So let's close this off. And I think we can call this a pretty successful episode. I need some white. Yep, there it is. I think we're just gonna have to put another extension here with a pipe and a connector, so I can connect my rover on it. And I think we can call it for today. Touchdown successful, more or less. The rover made it down in one piece, though the planet didn't make it easy. I came dangerously close to landing inside a canyon deep enough to end this mission on day 1. After some quick recon, I picked up a signal from what turned out to be a fully powered industrial facility. Fortified, automated, and luckily unoccupied, until I arrived. Well, not before the canyon had one more trick to play, because the facility was sitting on the other side, just out of reach. One shaky bridge later, I made it across. Clearing the defenses took time, but I've secured the structure. It's solid, spacious, and has a decent power reserve. It's a good foundation. There's iron and cobalt nearby, which means I'll be able to start refining properly once the infrastructure is in place. Tomorrow's focus is figuring out the drilling system. We need to get that iron flowing, and then start converting this facility into a proper base of operations. Well, all in all, not a bad first day. End log. And that wraps up the first episode of Season 2. I hope you enjoyed the start of this next chapter and Proxima Beyond. This season I'm aiming to bring a bit more storytelling into the series. The plan is to let the gameplay lead the way and then build the story around whatever surprises the world throws at me. The mod list mostly is the same as last season, but I'll share an updated version soon in the description or a pinned comment. If you're new here, there is a full Season 1 playlist if you like to see how things started. And I want to thank you again for watching, and if you're enjoying the ride, feel free to comment, drop a like, and I will see you next time. Beeblebum out.